Hello, everybody. This is Chris Derschmidt. I've been a target individual since 2001 to the current date. They've severely targeted me tonight. That's why this eye is all swollen and red. And I can hardly breathe. They've been hitting me with microwaves, mid-grade modulated microwaves since 2001 to the current date. They heavily have gang stalkers going around my house. U.S. Congress is funding this, and it's being run by the FBI fusion centers. Congress could stop it immediately, and they have not stopped it. I'm getting tortured 24/7. 24/7, they're engulfing my residence with microwaves, and it's a slow kill, covert kill operation. We need help. We need all attorneys. I've called every attorney in the country, and so far, no attorneys will take our case. Bergman and something, they specialize in nanotechnology, and all they do is hand out intellectual property for it. There's no regulation on it, but they're not just killing us with nanotechnology. And I want all the private investigators and attorneys to know this. It's in all of us. We're not the only victims. We're severely being tortured because they can track you with it, and they keep infesting my house. They like especially single females, because they feel no judges will believe them. And a lot of the judges are Masons. And that's why you see one of the main witnesses against P. Diddy in the Diddy case is a 33-degree Mason, and he waved his cane up. If you go to Sean Atwood is a real good truth exposer. And he's in London, but he lived here in Arizona for a long time and got in trouble back in his younger years and was in prison for a long time till he tried to commit suicide because prison's so torturous. But he finally made it out, and now he has a wonderful exposure channel. Make sure to visit his channel, and you'll see the strongest witness against P. Diddy. That's just his stage name. Sean Combs is his real name, and that's what he should be called. Anyway, I'm asking and begging, and I'm also going to give some tips to end our targeting, and we all deserve financial restitution I've had 22 years plus of torture inflicted upon me. So I'm asking for not only restitution, I'm calling all attorneys to call us. You can call me at 480-257-3321. I'd like to file an individual case against myself, as I have all the needed evidence. If anybody wants to call my doctor, it's Dr. Hildegard Staninger. She's the one that gave me over 50 pages of notes that have specialists in it, and private investigator Melinda Kidder, Kidder. She's retired but owned Columbia Investigations, and she said she would still be an expert witness for us. We need a lot more. I've called Gibbs law firm. I've called several other law firms. To this day, they still have refused to help us in our case when there's no higher crime in the country. And the city and state prosecutors, especially the federal prosecutors, should be taking our case. They should be taking our cases for free. We're already so sick we can barely work, and a lot of the target individuals are dead. This is an illegal program. We're getting no due process. It's illegal to torture a person anyway, under any circumstances, and especially till death. So there's no statute of limitations on murder. I'm asking again for all attorneys to contact us. And just writing your senators does not work. I wrote my senators the first year my torture started. When they're hitting us with modulated military grade microwaves, you can't see them. And I'm an x-ray tech, and everybody knows that x-ray techs are x-rays are dangerous. That's why they ask to be shielded when they come in to get x-rays. So I'm asking everybody to believe us. Not only believe us, you can get tests to see that you've also been contaminated with nanobots and nanotechnology all inside of your body that forms a network. And they can target any organ in your body. They can read out your brain. You need to accept this. We can't wait any longer. Talking does nothing. Share this onto Rumble. Share this onto other platforms. I haven't seen one share. I think they're depriving me of letting me have any followers and any views. But please make a comment in the notes or call me at my number that I just gave out to prove that any ordinary people are getting this. Ann Lane is a disinformation character that hangs out on my YouTube. She's not a real targeted individual. She's a fake, phony, and paid, probably a military lady. And so don't believe anything that she's put on my comments. She's trying to get in, act like she's a friend, and then ask me what I want to do to the military, because we've been targeted for kill. I'm slowly being killed. You can see all the red swollenness in my face. My eyes are swollen, and I have over 100% of evidence that's needed to get subpoenas, to get an investigation, to get a grand jury investigation, and to get prosecution and restitution. We all need, it's called punitive damages, which is punishment. We also need to get restitution for our lives taken away from us. They follow us everywhere we go. They're doing it out of the FBI fusion centers. They're enlisting anybody, neighbors, gang stalkers, sheriffs, local police, and federal police, state police. They tell everybody. They call it on a need-to-know basis. I'm asking everybody to call me and support me, and you're allowed to go in and have an in-person meeting with your senators, and go in and choose them 3 so they can't make you look delusional, and they can't sideswipe you and act like, oh yeah, we're going to investigate it, and then they don't. And it's exactly what they do in the congressional hearings, because they've had congressional hearings over and over again with FBI Director Christopher Wray. They've had a meeting, congressional hearing with target individuals back 20 years ago, and they did nothing, absolutely nothing. At this point, we are allowed to overthrow our government. We're allowed to peacefully overtake the government when they are letting ordinary citizens be put on a blacklist, a target list with no due process, and being tortured in multiple ways. I'm having gang stalkers go around my house 24/7, making loud banging noises. They're telling all my neighbors I'm crazy when I have 4 college degrees. I'm even working in the healthcare field at surgery centers in the Phoenix area. I'm now a senior citizen and a single female, which makes it even 3 times more heinous and the crime charges will triple for torturing a woman, for torturing a senior citizen, let alone a single individual. We're the most fragile types of people that are in our society, are the elderly and female and being single and alone. And these are such heinous government entities run under Joe Biden, 2-term Trump. He's already run 2 terms and not even admitted that they're doing it. Your tax dollars, you're spending trillions of your tax dollars to torture to death innocent people, and you're stupid enough to participate in it and cut me down and cut other target individuals down. And the judges are corrupt. They have dismissed cases that have given plenty enough evidence to be investigated, to get subpoenas, and the prosecutors need to be taking our cases for free. I'm telling Congress now, you need to stop the targeting program that's being run and carried out by Homeland Security. They're not protecting our borders. Instead, they're targeting innocent, long-term U.S. citizens. My brother created and invented the undetectable stealth and the anti-nuclear missile systems. And when he found out they're targeting innocent Americans, he wanted to go to China or Mexico. He was even already learning Hispanic language. My mom even has timeshares down there, and so is my brother, but he's now dead. They killed him off with satellites like they're doing to me. Satellites follow me everywhere I go, and I'm being hit with the modulated microwaves. They also do it through the cell phone towers, and they also have these gang and military. A lot of them are shiny white vehicles, and When I go by the sheriff's office, when they're in the controlled lockdown area, I see shiny white vehicles in the sheriff area. I also see them at the fire department. I also see shiny white undercover trucks and vans in the police and in the FBI. I'm asking any expert witnesses that can testify. I've already contacted an expert witness. Is says he's checking into my case and he's going to see if he can take it. He has not called me back yet. I'm going to see if I can also get attorneys. I don't know if this will share screen, but if it is, this is the person that I have contacted. His name is Brian J. Brackensick, Brackensick. He's a forensic electrical engineer and fire investigator. He has not called me back. His company, there's 3 of them that own it. His company, his name is DREIYM Engineering, PLLC. Dryam Engineering. I didn't know if I'm pronouncing it right. His cell phone is 509-539-3563. Still has not called me back. And his website is www.dryam.com. If any other target individuals that are lawyers or doctors can call them, maybe we can get them to be expert witnesses. I've already contacted them, so I definitely am making sure that I'm going to be in the lawsuit that I filed. And if they get evidence, I'm going to be the head of this lawsuit because other lawsuits have not included me. I gave out all the information just in case my computer is still not share screening. I'm trying to learn more. Somehow I used to be able to share a screen and then it quit doing it. And again, my phone number is 480-257-3321. I'm Miss Chris Derschmidt, K-R-I-S. My last name U-R-S-C-H-M-I-D-T. And I've given you all the updates that I have. I'm asking all targeted individuals to have an in-person meeting. You have to schedule it and go in 2s or 3s or larger groups to your congressional representatives. Oop. My small little stage here is collapsing a little bit. Also, we can overthrow Congress because they are refusing to even acknowledge this program exists. They take FBI leaders into they're called SCIFs, where they're secret meetings they have with them. And it's also chambers where electronic spyware cannot penetrate. So they go sit in SCIFs and talk about it. So they are fully aware of it because they enacted the U.S. Patriot Act and the FISA courts. They're the ones that enacted it. And they're going to try to say that they knew nothing about it and that they didn't know what Homeland Security was doing. And in the they get like 3 minutes to interrogate who was Noriegas, who was in charge of Homeland Security. Now there's going to be a new person. And the new FBI director, her first name is the same as mine, Kristi. Her first name is the same as mine. I'm not sure. I don't have it memorized what her last name is. But my doctor, if anybody wants to call her and doesn't believe me in case I die, is Dr. Hildegard Staninger. She refuses to even call me back or to give me an update on how to take what medicines because nothing else has worked so far. I'm still being tortured. There's still gang stalkers going around my house after 23 years, since 2001 to the current date. That would mean it's 23 years and counting. I'm please asking any attorneys that get this to call me, 480-257-3321. There is many attorneys taking the P. Diddy, Sean Combs lawsuit for victims of that sexual assault. That was only one way they were being tortured. We're being tortured at least 5 different ways, 24/7 for the last 23 years. Some victims get V2K, it's voice to skull. People need to understand this. They're getting advanced technology voices going directly into their hearing centers, into their trochlea and canter, into the ear, the 3 parts of the ear chambers, and it vibrates the cilia that's in there and forms words that tell them to do horrible things. They're doing this even to children and kids. So Congress needs to immediately stop this. And I'm asking all targeted individuals, when we're being killed, we're allowed to defend ourselves. We are allowed to overthrow the government. And I'm requesting in a peaceful way, we can take over the government, and we go in and surround them and tell them either they stop the target individual program, and each of us deserve at least $5,000 to $10,000 for all the lost jobs. Our bodies can never be restored, and all the torture we've had to put up in our brains and in our minds. I was studying for my job tonight, and they keep hitting the deep memory areas of my brain real hard till my all the words just started looking dizzy, and I couldn't even see, and my brain just hurts because they're pounding on my brain into the centers where you store information and try to concentrate. And they're severely just boom, 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 hitting microwaves into the major parts of my brain so that I can't even think or concentrate. So we do need attorneys, and we need them now. We need all target individuals. Talking doesn't work. After 23 years, they're supposed to have 30 days to respond. Any law for, any government agency you file a lawsuit under, you have to at first file a notice of claim, even if it's a civil suit or a criminal suit. And the prosecutors need to take our cases. I have totally enough evidence. I have over 200 total pages of doctor reports with private investigator specialists, graphs that show what's being done to me. And you can hold up a handheld wide range spectrum meter up to your face and your body and show the judge that abnormal frequencies are coming out. And if they even say you have radio sensitivity, that's only radiation coming into your body. When you show that you have radiation coming out of your body, it means that you have many microchips in your body, biomarkers, some type of, it's called emerging technologies in the legal field. It's advanced technology with nanomaterial that forms little circuits that read out your body function, read out your brain, what you're thinking, and they can kill you before you can even try to pick up a gun. They've already let the poor guy that was the shipyard, he wrote that he was a TI on his gun, and he finally ended up killing a bunch of people and himself. And they let him die, and they do nothing about it. There's over 400,000 severely targeted individuals. I'm being targeted 5 different ways every day, all day long, with gang stalkers going around my house, following me everywhere I go. I've even been trussed out of Hobby Lobby. I've been trussed out of past and evicted from apartments. It's just horrendous what they're doing. And they might say it's because I'm mentally ill, but they've made me mentally ill. And they started this when I had everything going for me. I have 4 college degrees. I was working full time in the medical field. I'm now working part time just so I'm not homeless. And it never ends. It just never ends. Is anybody out there going to help? I can't believe human beings and citizens are so stupid. They're participating in this. And they don't even give them money. They say they're going to give them like a new car, or they'll give them free gift certificates. And my neighbors are so stupid. They're participating in this. They've been participating ever since I've lived here for 2 years. And it's now time. We need to overthrow the government because they've refused to stop it. They're the ones that enacted this FISA court and putting over 400,000 and anybody they want on the FISA court list. They've refused to acknowledge it. They've refused to stop it. So they are murderers. Congress has given FBI fusion centers trillions of dollars to torture innocent Americans. And they're also play a stupid little game when they interrogated the FBI and Homeland Security directors, and the intelligence, the head of intelligence. It's like a sick little game where they ask 3 or 4 questions and they only get a few minutes. And then the FBI director, Christopher Wray, he just says, to avoid any questions of who he's really targeting, he just says, well, it's under investigation. Oh, we have to talk about that in a skiff. This is crazy when they're killing 400,000 plus people. 400,000 plus people they're killing and torturing. Again, I need immediate help, and so do all targeted individuals. Share this with everybody, especially attorneys. And we don't want any talk anymore. We want action. We need action, and it's time to overthrow the government. They've refused to let the citizens live a healthy, clean, and prosperous life that God intended for us. And again, I'm asking any target individuals, we need to live together so we can go into a judge and testify. We can be expert witnesses, and we can show the nanotechnology with handheld meters that read out so that they can't just call everybody crazy. It's in all human beings. You can also sit in front of your Capitol and start getting a signed petition to start a new law to throw out the government, throw out the FBI directors, throw out the FISA courts, throw out the targeting program. So you need to get signatures, and you can say you're also going to give them free scans. You can give people free scans. Do this in front of the Capitol. You can get a free room at any church. And there's many other areas you can start your own, just start a small business and call it free scanning for nanobots, free meter readings for RF, up to microwave readings, and do it cheaper than all these other places are charging, at least like $3,000 and up. I was charged by Melinda Kidder, and then she charged me for even her rent-a-cars, her car mileage to the airport, all of her airport flights to and from, all of her hotel fees, and then $3,000 to scan my home and my body. And then she scanned my body at the hotel room, so there was no interference from the electronic devices that have been put in my house. And she even found a hidden spy camera in the middle of a table clock that I had. So the FBI was watching me when I'm naked, watching me being tortured inside of my own house. This is how sick they are. All of the FBI employees need to be fired immediately and put in jail for torturing innocent people. Okay, I think that's enough for tonight. Take everything I say very seriously and do it starting this week. We need to overthrow Congress in a peaceful manner. So I'm not condoning doing anything violent, and I have not said any hatred comments. Everything I've said in this video is truth, and it is alleged because I do have all evidence. Is there anybody else out there that would like to? Nobody's in the chat. Nobody has a comment. I'm going to still try to figure out how I can share screen, but for tonight, it's January 26th, 2025. If any other target individuals want to contact me, it can really help out your case and my case. So if you're a smart target individual, you'll not continue to cut me down like some of targeted justice. One person, two people in particular, have been cutting me down when all of my information is accurate and correct. And I've never mentioned their names. I've only mentioned that they're, so far, what they have done has not worked. So we need more than just meeting once a month and a civil lawsuit. This is criminal. What the government is doing is the worst criminal torture on earth, because they are the ones that have the advanced technology. And they do network with advanced aliens. So you better accept it. The Congress has already accepted it and disclosed it. And now the U.S. Air Force has whistleblower protection. So I'm asking all the good Air Force to call me and to expose this and to form a meeting for us targeted individuals. My brother created the highest technology for the Air Force. He worked for Boeing NASA, Jet Propulsion Laboratories, Lockheed Martin. It's on his death certificate. It's on his obituary. Just pull up the obituary of Mark Bryan Dershmitt, Markbryan Dershmitt, just how I spelled my name. If you can't find it on the internet, it's under Loffesweiler Funeral Home of Fort Dodge, Iowa. That's our birthplace, and that's where I grew up. I'm going to sign out for tonight. I want definite action this week by all attorneys. You need to start taking our cases. We're dying, and not one attorney is taking our case. You need to immediately start taking our cases. There's over 400,000 targeted individuals. There's nothing more important than our cases. And they're using what's legally called emerging technologies. And all the prosecutors, they're being paid by the government, should be taking our cases and investigating, and a grand jury investigation. Okay. If anybody needs to call me, 480-257-3321. Get to work this week. Peace out. And stay strong, all target individuals. Stay strong. Know that God loves you. We got to stop these fucking evil bastards. And this is not something that needs to be talked about. You need to take action now. Take action now. We need to overthrow Congress. They're funding it. They know about it. They funded it. And they're calling it under research. And Arizona State University is also involved in this.